Hello viewers, once again it's me, Ewaenruwa Nomaren from It Pays to Fear God. This is where we learn about God, His beloved Son, Jesus Christ, and their kingdom purpose, the three most important subjects that we can ever learn about, talk about, or discuss in the entire Holy Bible according to John chapter 17 verse 3. This is another episode of Verse Breakdown, and the verse that I'm going to be explaining to you viewers today is Amos chapter 3 verse 3, where Amos the prophet had stated, "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" This verse was not said out of context because the Israelites were always trying to suggest to God, negotiate with God, prove to God that they also had an understanding of what was going on ever since they left the wilderness, especially in 1 Samuel chapter 8 from verses 1 to 8, where they themselves, not even without the prophet Samuel, just took a decision and said, okay, give us a king in that verse. And not only that, God was never a fan of this idea of a king because it was kind of replacing him. And read Hosea chapter 13 verse 11. They never saw eye to eye. And Satan the devil is just like this. Satan the devil is always somebody who wants his voice to be heard. He doesn't want to have his plans approved in the sense of he doesn't want to have it gone through a process of God looking at it, examining it. He just wants it to happen the way he wants it to happen, not without any of God's thoughts and stuff, because he just cares about himself, and all his children are just like that. And we see this in Isaiah chapter 14 from verses 12 to 15. Therefore, there was a struggle for authority, for space, etc. And as a result, that was what caused the rebellion. But when that Amos chapter 3 verse 3 is fulfilled in families, there is lots of peace, even in families of iniquity. We see Ananias and Sapphira in Acts chapter 5 from verses 1 to 11. Though wanting to do a wicked deed, because they agreed on it, things kind of just went smoothly. In Acts chapter 4 from verses 31 to 35, because the Holy Spirit was with everybody agreed on the same thing. And that was why they were all happy, rejoicing, eating bread together. When the evil spirit was with the Holy Spirit and stuff, you could see how the Jews would be wanting to kill the apostles. Like in Acts chapter 14 from verses 1 to 5, chapter 17 from verses 4 to 10, chapter 23 from verses 12 straight down to the end of the chapter, and many other places all over the Bible, both in the Old and the New Testament. But Jesus Christ and God have a fantastic relationship because of their ability to agree on stuff and for there to be a driver and a passenger. They both love righteousness and condemn iniquity. Thou lovest righteousness and hatest wickedness. Therefore God, thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. Psalms chapter 45 verse 7. And David the psalmist was referring to no other person than Jesus Christ himself, who condemned iniquity when he saw it, like in John chapter 8 verse 44. Matthew chapter 23 from verses 33 to 38, but commended righteousness when he witnessed it. If we read Luke chapter 21 from verses 1 to 4 and many other places all over the Bible, and all righteous ones. If you're a woman, that should be to your husband. If you're a man, it should be to God. If you're a pastor, it should be to Jesus Christ, as he is the head of the church. If we read Ephesians chapter 5 verse 23, Colossians chapter 1 verse 18, etc. It's very important that we keep this in mind. And I hope we now understand what Amos chapter 3 verse 3 means. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something most importantly. Please try to subscribe, click the notification bell, and share this video to people like your friends, well-wishers, relatives, etc., who have looked at their marriages, if they're prospering, or if their relationships are going well, whether it's with their friends, God, etc., and have actually wondered, why is it exactly that successful? Thank you for listening.